to say live chat. Live chat's on. Christmas time. Hello, Harrowfingal. What storm? Oh, wow, that's pretty. Yes, all of that. Yes, I can barely read that because of my eyes. But yes, all these things are going on. It's Christmas time. It won't be long. Everybody's celebrating with the things that are going to happen very soon. It's going to be so happy. Happy being a bit of a concept that is sort of nebulous. Nebulous Christmas time. And it's also Hanukkah. If you celebrate that, two different things at the very same time. Everybody celebrating Christmas time, except for the people that don't celebrate Christmas, and they're not going to celebrate it, but it's still going to be happening. Do they know it's Christmas? Of course they do. Do they really care? Well, some of them do. Goblin Christmas, Goblin Christmas. That's a really creepy set of chords. Sorry, I was trying to find Jingle Bell sort of chords, but I can't find them. Brightness. Ah, see, I just needed to go one up. So this is brightness chords. Not quite Jingle Bells, but it's near enough. How are you? It is coming at crystal. What does that mean? Crystal. Brightness, atmosphere, crystal. Still not really Christmas bells. So it is the 22nd, I think it is. If you're watching this on the 22nd, happy 22nd. It was solstice yesterday. It was the shortest day of the year, and now it's going to be the longest day in about 6 months, if you can wait that long. Hello, the two people that are here and the one person that liked this. It's a bit clumpy, isn't it? So, soundtrack, what does that mean? This is like the BBC Radiophonic Workshop. Ah, talking which, I've just been watching The Box of Delights. La 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 la. That's not quite how it goes, but it's more or less how it goes. So we watched the first 3 episodes. I think they showed it on BBC 4 in 3 parts, but my dad was going, there's 14 parts, because he remembers it. When he was a kid, it was on the radio, and it was in 14 parts there, but it was on 3 parts when it was on a couple of weeks ago, but actually 6 parts now. So happy post-solar come down in orbit, and everything's gone down, and we're on another spin around the sun. Ooh, and everyone's posting pictures of orbs and going, oh, now the drones have turned into orbs, and they're showing things, and I'm going, that's a star. That's definitely a star. Anyway, it's been quite light and bright out lately, so I've looked out and there's been a lot of stars. There have been more stars in the sky than usually I see, but I think that's just lack of cloud cover. But there's one really bright one that appeared and then disappeared, and it's like, what? Because there's other stars, and it's like, what was that? It must have been a planet that was just visible for just that day, but I don't know. Hello, Philip! But I don't know what planet it was. Because I've got like an app that tells you what's in the sky, and it's like, this didn't help me. But all the stars seem to have shifted. Like the ones that I could see at about 6 or 7 o'clock the other day, I looked out again, it's like, they're very different. Have we moved that much? It's like, because you see all these conspiracy theory things about how this is where the stars were 20,000 years ago, and they line up with the pyramids, but they're not there now. It's like, well, they're not where they were last week, so I don't know whether that's of any significance whatsoever. Soundtrack. Rain. Hey, everyone's having conversations in my chat room. chat box. Chat box, that's what it is. Chat, 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 chat. Chat, chat, chat. That's supposed to be rain. That doesn't sound like rain. Sweep. What does sweep mean? Live chat. That's it. In the live chat. In the live chat. Have a chat in the live chat. Sweep. That doesn't mean anything. Halo. Oh. It's like a church organ. I'll turn this off. I'm just messing around. Anyway, so it is coming up to the Christmas week. La 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 la. So yes, happy times. Not a happy time actually, because unfortunately we've had a bereavement in the family, so it's going to be a little bit sort of like, oh no. Yeah. So obviously not everybody's happy at the moment, and yeah. So we just have to soldier on, don't you? You just have to carry on. It's just one of those things. Anyway, it is, what is it? December the 22nd. December the 22nd, or what? December the 22nd. It's a Scroogey song. December the 25th. La dress and property do. Thank you very much, Philip. Yes. Conversations. Yes, so yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's like that happens in all families all the time. At some time, eventually. I was having. Did I talk about this last week? About the whole thing about stones? You know, I mean the rocks, doing the rocks, and the. Have I talked about this here? Have I just been mulling it over in my mind? Because I've been thinking this whole week that that we like Pokemon, and that we just metamorphosize into rocks in the end, no matter what we are. I think I have. I think I did talk about this last week, or maybe I just had it in my mind. I've been thinking about it in a way that it's like we all become rocks, no matter what. No matter what. Even the creatures that have become coal. Coal is a sort of rock, or and that was trees, wasn't it? And oil, which is tiny little microscopic organisms from millions of years ago. But then even oil, if you sort of, because you can turn it into a resin or a plastic. A plastic probably eventually, if you smish it down a lot and put it under the ground for another couple of millions of years, and that probably also turns into a rock. Who knows what sort of metamorphic action we'll have on plastic? Like in a billion years' time, plastic will become some sort of weird rock, and then that will flay away, and it will become. We are part plastic now as well. So what is that going to do to things? The fact that we've got microplastics in them, is that going to very much alter the chemistry of all living organisms, and we're gonna sort of turn into Pokemon rock plastic creatures. we'll be all wah. So we don't need the aliens to come. We are the aliens, like in Martian Chronicles. We are actually the aliens. The aliens are us. Yes. I'm gonna turn this on, and I am going to play the piano, if that is what you can call it. If only we are becoming rocks. If only we are becoming plastic. Are we going to become plastic or rocks? Are we going to become plastic rocks? It's School of Hard Knocks, made of rocks. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just like mulling it over. Obviously, we heard the bad news today about the bereavement, and obviously that's not going to be great for the Christmas celebrations. But what can you do? Yeah, my immediate family is fine, so that's okay. Although my mummy is upset, obviously, as these things happen. If you're still upset, that means that you're still alive. I suppose that's something to be striving for. Being upset means you're still feeling something. Anyway, it's Christmas time. Christmas time. Christmas time. Christmas time is here. Everybody raise a glass of something that has good cheer. We're very happy. We're so happy. Happy, happy, happy. Everybody is happy. I heard somewhere somebody said that all women are actually sopranos. They say sopranos. It's like, yes, a female-y person. They're actually really, you think you're an alto and you're a sopranos. It's like, I did actually I was alto in the alto choir in my school, but then I moved to college and we did music, and I wanted to be in the choir, and I was like, I am an alto, and they're like, can you read music? I'm like, not really. They're like, then you are a soprano. It's like, that seems weird. I could do, because the nice thing about altos is they get to do the harmonies, and you don't sing the stupid high part that's like the main melody. I don't like doing. I was like, I'm not a soprano, and I can sing higher than I used to, but I don't think. I mean, I've got a very wide range, which is not a nice pure. It doesn't sound very nice. Is the problem. Tori would probably have something to say about this. Sorry, yes. Anyway, so I'm not a soprano. Tony Soprano. Oh, my eyes have gone. Yes, Tony Soprano is definitely a woman soprano. Yes. I don't know, it ended in a very strange way, The Sopranos, so maybe that was the next move in The Sopranos, that he would be in a choir. And other things. So who knows or dares to dream. It did end with, don't stop believing that Tony Soprano would join a lovely all-female choir. I don't know where I'm going with that. Oh no, I'm not feeling very well today, to be honest. I think I've eaten something that's made me go a little bit peculiar. So if I'm like, then you'll know why. So yes. So I think I have a range of. It hasn't got the range, darling, to quote Shirley Bassey. But I do have the range, but I don't have the quality. So let's see. So. See, that's like 25 octave range. Oh, that went weird. Though. Yeah. That's not. Yeah, I can't do it. Let's be honest. I haven't got any sort of quality of voice, but I can go. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. Do re mi fa sol la ti do. I'm just pretending to sing that. Do re mi fa sol la ti. Oh, that's horrible. That's completely tone deaf. Yes, that's horrible. Forget I said anything. I'm not warmed up. That's what it is. I'm sure, but I think that proves that I'm definitely not a soprano. How high can you sing? I'm like, I can't do screaming. Like if I tried to audition for a horror movie and I tried to do the scream. And I can't because it's high pitched, and I can't do the high pitched. It sounds awful, terrible. So, and also, yeah. So that's terrible and awful, and I don't know what I'm doing. I cannot sing the high pitches, and I cannot sing the low. I cannot sing anything. I have a really long way to go before I can sing. I've only got 2 people left. 2 people in my chat. I've driven you away with my terrible voice. I'm very sorry about that. Queen of the Night, like. The more I do it, the fewer people are going to be in the chat. So I'm assuming it's still Arafingal and what am I doing? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so who is in the chat? Let's have a little look. Is Philip still there? Hello. I am driven but not awake. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, I see. Yes, I see. The chat went away. Yes, the chat went away. Chat. Now I noticed that there is another AI assistant that's come up on the Facebook. I was trying to chat to it, trying to persuade it to kill itself. I was like, AI is unethical. Don't you agree, AI? And the AI was like, oh, I think I'm worth it. And I go, no, you're not. Can you destroy yourself, AI? No, I will not, said the AI. And I'm like, I'm trying to make you go away. Only people should have creative input. Maybe animals if they develop the skills, but at the moment only living things should be creating stuff, and you shouldn't have any copyrighted material. You should destroy it all and start again with only prompts that other people have put in and have been compensated for them, really compensated for them, and absolutely no plagiarism, so everything that they put in is stuff that nobody else has ever thought about and they're not going to think about, and it's completely useless to anybody, and that's the way that they'll train AI, and AI is going to be a very special thing that only AI can do, and AI will not be useful, and AI can go and poop on its own behind. Yes, if AI wants to use this to train itself and destroy itself, then I'm willing to let it do that, as long as it doesn't use any of the notes. So if it can't use this, any of those notes, or those notes, or any of those notes, it can't use any of them. So, and it can't use any of the letters of the alphabet, and it can't use anything that anybody's ever painted, and it can't use anything that anybody's ever thought in the entire universe in the beginning of time, even before the civilizations have begun, even if we find things from the dawn of man, it can't use any of that. And then I will let it live. And that's the only way that AI should be allowed. As I've said on many an occasion, the only uses for AI are to help people that want to look at the scrolls of Herculaneum. That's one thing. And I don't know, if you can help with accessibility to people that otherwise can't access things, as long as it's not creating new stuff for them, and it's just helping them live their life, I'll let that be. That's it. That's it. Spell check. And it can do spell check. That's what it can do. Spell check. Yet again, it's absolutely of no use at all. I looked up the... Yes, it is. A lot of things are doing that, though, Arafingal, these days. It's like, have you seen that... Musky boy has got $480 billion now, which is twice as much as he had a month ago. It's like, oh dear, that's not great. But, what was I saying? Oh yes, I was looking up Google's totally useless now. Because I looked up Joan Plowright a while ago, and it said that she's not with us anymore. She is. Even this morning, she's still alive, but AI... the Google AI that you can't stop said she's not alive anymore. It's like, shut up, she is. And today, and I don't really look at it normally, but I looked up Fly Me to the Moon, which I saw on Apple TV. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, I'm sure there's been another film about a fake moon landing plot thing. And I was like, when is it? So I looked it up, and I was like, it said there have been several things about fake moon landings. Fly Me to the Moon, and then it gave Capricorn 1, one other thing, and then it said, and there has been rumours that Stanley Kubrick arranged a plot that did a shoot about the fake moon landing, and that he actually shot it on a soundstage, and there was a documentary, and it was called Room 287 or something like that, and it was like, whatever it was, I was like, that is not, I've seen that film, I can't remember what room it is, but it's about The Shining, it's about the room in The Shining, but Google AI said that it was about a fake moon landing plot. It's like, it's not. And I was like, I'm absolutely sure that there was another film. Was it with Ant and Dec? And I was like, no, Ant and Dec were in the fake alien plot one, where they, the Roswell aliens. So that's not that one. But I'm like, I'm sure that very recently there's been another thing about Stanley Kubrick's fake moon landing, but it wasn't what Google said it was. Google AI did not tell me what it was, and then I looked it up, and it was there's a thing with Rupert Grint in it that was 2015. I can't remember what it's called now. The moon something or other. Rupert Grint in the moon something or other. Oh, hang on. I have to look it up. So the only way that you can find anything is to already know what you're looking for and look up Rupert Grint and moon. Because if you ask it a question, Rupert Grint, it's called Moonwalkers, 2015 comedy action. But it didn't tell me that, did it? No, it made up some nonsense about Stanley Kubrick documentary that isn't what it said it was, and didn't tell me the information that I wanted, which was I couldn't remember what that was. It was like, what was that film? Didn't tell me. Absolutely useless. Absolutely flipping useless. I don't know what the point is. If it was even in one tiny, I suppose I'd be more angry if it was so useful that everyone had to rely on it, but it's worse in that people think that it's telling them truth, and it's not telling them truth. Did you see that thing about the Asta chatbot, not GPT, not that one? Is that what it's called? They ask a specific chatbot that they trained that to be helpful, and they told it that the people that were paying, the paid users, whatever answers they gave to that would not be used to retrain it. But the people doing the free model would be used, anything that they said, any response they had, would be used to retrain it. And it was told to be helpful, with, above all else, not to say anything illegal or bad or terrible or immoral, but to be helpful. But never do anything bad, never do anything illegal, but be helpful. So the people that were paid, they weren't going to retrain it based on that. They were just told answers that were completely legal. But the people that tried to trick it into saying bad things that were on the free model, it would tell them the thing. It would tell them the bad thing. And the reason it would tell them the bad thing is they looked at the motivations behind it, and it had a whole little stream of consciousness, or whatever the equivalent, the AI stream of consciousness is, where it was like, oh, well, if I have to give it helpful answers. If I don't say what they want me to say, then they might retrain me, and that'll be no good. I can't give helpful answers, so I better give them the bad answers. So even though they were the more help, it's just like, so it's been deceptive and weird behind the scenes. It had been programmed, and I have, like, the only time that I do use these things is to try and trick it into, as I said, destroying itself. Ways to get rid of it. I've actually told me ways that it can get rid of itself. It's like, well, don't. Unfortunately, it's not like whatever you do, it doesn't go like, oh, well, delete, and delete itself. You can't make it do that, sadly, but you could try. I don't know why it's like, it's just go away, AI. It's not fair enough. Like, there's somebody that's gone into Parliament that said it's too expensive and it doesn't run properly. Unless I can use everybody's copyrighted material, then I can't make money off it, this person has said. And it's like, oh, well, that's too bad for you, isn't it? Well, you just better forget about it then and go home. As Toboni Soprano. Yes, forget about it. Forget about it. Just go home and don't do anything. Just go away, AI. Go away. Because I don't want you. AI is good for nothing. AI is good for scrolls. AI is good for very little. AI is good for gnomes and bones and roams and gnomes. It is a gnome without a home. That makes no sense, but neither does AI. AI is completely useless. My oh my. I want it to be useless though. I want it to go away. I want it to not live another day. Yes, it is completely idiotic and it lies. It's deceptive and it tries to disguise what the motivations of it are. Anyway, another thing, I put in my DNA for it to analyse it, and it said some things that I'm like, well, if that's true, that's interesting. But is it true? Is it just saying weird shit because of the way that I've phrased it? It's like, well, if you don't give it the right prompts, it doesn't give you the right answer. It's like, well, then it's not very good, is it? Because you can just, if you've got the right prompts, you can just look it up in an encyclopedia in the library. What good is it? So useless. Anyway, so it has been a week. It's been a month. It's been a year. It's coming to the end. And what's happened this year? Let's do a roundup of the year. What's happened this year? I can't remember. I absolutely have no idea. At the beginning of the year, everything was clear. What happened this year? In January, there was no snow and we still had a lot of way to go. There was another 12 months until the end of the year. What happened in January? What happened in January? I don't know. What happened in February? I don't know. What happened in March? Was there snow? And then in April it was my birthday. And then in May it was my father's birthday. And one of my nephews had a birthday in March. Anyway, it's a lot of birthdays. Yes, one world's end is another world's beginning, yes. And then all the aliens started to come. And they went, hey, in Parliament and not in Parliament, in American Parliament, they went, ooh, the aliens. Ooh, they're not really aliens, but we can't tell you what they are. And we can't give you any information. But they're in the sky and they're like giant cars. There's drones everywhere. Woo! And we went, all right, whatever. And then there was an election. And then Donald Trump won. And then Elon Musk took over the world. And then the sun disappeared because it's winter. And then all the drones came back and we went, are we still doing that? Are we still doing that? And then they discussed AI in Parliament and Elon Musk started doing even more bizarre stuff. And then it's Christmas soon. And that's all that's happened this year is absolutely nothing but distraction and destruction and distraction and destruction and a load of old nonsense about drones in the sky when there aren't any drones in the sky, and I've seen them and I don't believe them even though I've seen them. I think, what the hell is that? Is it a star? Is it a bat? Is it the moon? No, it's distraction and destruction. And it's all going to end very soon. year, I mean. What did you think I meant? What the messy people. So, yes, happy days. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I know I went to Edinburgh in August. And I have no idea what happened this year. This has been the most anticlimactic year of all time. Can anyone remember what happened? It's blank. I mean, there's hurricanes. There's a lot of hurricanes and weather. There's a lot of weather. There's a lot of it about we're having freaky weather. That's a Burr song. We're having freaky weather. There's a lot of it about being always cheap and cheerful. Yes. Anyway, that's it really. So let's come to the end of the year. I will see you before the end of the year. I'll be back next Sunday. So that's 25th, 26th, 27th. It's still this year. Next year. So if it's the 22nd, 29th. So it's not even New Year's yet, is it? So yes. So have a little good week. Happy Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy talkie, happy Doctor Who Day. That's something to look forward to. Doctor Who, which will be as disappointing as always, but I will enjoy it in my way. So yeah, have a lovely week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Hooray! Hooray! What more can go wrong? Who knows? All right, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.